Welcome back to a different GBGuns. As you might have noticed,
I'm Ivan with kitbadger.com.
we happen to be in the area, Idaho that is, neighboring states, and thought some of y'all might appreciate some of Ivan's formats, including the cold start. So hang on for a bit, you'll watch me embarrass myself, and then we'll learn why Ivan uses this format. All right, so what are we about to do?
So this right here, or big picture, we're going to do a cold start, which is basically a metric for where are you when you're cold. So everyone likes to go to the range, knock the dust off, and then by the end of the range you're feeling pretty good, which is not necessarily indicative of your skill, like at a split second notice in the middle of the parking lot, whatever. And so the idea of a cold start is to create some sort of like baseline with respect to both accuracy, speed, as well as manipulation, like cold, like hadn't shot before, like where am I at? And so a couple different targets. This one right here is by Rune Nation, and on the buzzer you have these low probability targets and then high probability in the middle. So you have 2 magazines of 8 rounds, and then you'll have 1 more magazine filled to capacity. So with a magazine 8 rounds, usually from the holster. You can also do it with a rifle from low ready, but you'll shoot 1 round into a low probability target, 3 into high probability, 1 into low, 3 into high, conduct a reload, repeat, same thing. It doesn't matter what order you go in, left to right, right to left, bottom to top, doesn't matter. 1 into a low probability, 3 into a high, twice, conduct a reload, do it again, and if there's any missed shots, make up whatever missed shots. Usually if I miss shots, it's usually on a low probability target. The time element for this is 12-second part time. So got to move fast to make the 12-second. Another one, which I'll use sometimes, is the Bear Solutions, which arguably a little more forgiving with respect to the accuracy standard, but increased time element. So you have these 2 blocks, and you have a magazine of 10 rounds and then another magazine of 3 rounds. And ideally after that you conduct a reload, but at the end of the day you have 13 rounds to get it, drop shots, immediate failure. So 5 rounds here, 5 rounds here, conduct a reload with that magazine of 10 rounds, 3 rounds right here. And it can be difficult because 9-second par time, so you have to be moving really quick. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, conduct your reload, slow it back down. 1 2 3, and yeah, it can be difficult.
So one of the reasons why I've respected the cold starts is exactly like Ivan was saying. If you're carrying or if you're involved in firearms for defensive shooting, pretty slim chance that defensive shooting is going to happen on your way home from a 4-day defensive shooting class.
This is true.
Or right after a great range day. It's going to surprise you, catch you off guard, and the last thing on your mind just moments prior was probably how well can you shoot. And so it's I think it takes honesty with self to conduct it and show it, and it's a rather honorable thing, if you will, to throw it out there on YouTube.
It's pretty easy to get humbled with it.
Yeah, we can see. So we're going to run through this. I'm going to use my carry gun, Grand Power K100. And Ivan, what are you running?
I'll shoot it with the 5.56 Sugar Weasel that I have by Q.
Awesome. So that was the Rune Nation Cold Start, which is seen often on GBGuns channel. It's called Cold Start because you do it cold and once, and there's no practice. And I screwed up because I was cold, and that's the first time I'd ever done it. So, good drill. Ivan, what have your experiences been in doing this? Does that happen often?
It does, and the other thing that'll happen is which happened with you. Like, I'll miscount. I'll end up with, depending on which one, I'll end up with like too many rounds in one place than the other, and surprise, you failed. But yeah, get what you get.
Yeah, and one thing that I noticed with it, and of course this is would probably only happen once, is my sight picture on these targets. I had not aimed at targets of this shape and this size at that distance before. And pulling up sight picture and my brain wanting to pause and make sure I got it right. And then my brain also saying, no, this is for time, go. Which these close enough and almost close enough hits reflect.
Yeah, it broke the line.
And next time with the 45, maybe.
There you go. Bigger caliber.
Shooter ready? Ready. Stand by.
Their solutions target, cold start again. Similar concept, a little bit different, running with a carbine, basically going back at 5 yards instead of the 3 with a pistol. And while arguably the course of fire is easier, basically the time hack is shorter. And so 5 rounds here, 5 rounds here, conduct a reload, and 3 rounds here. Any drop shots, immediate failure, can't make anything up. That's why I was like, damn, I already failed it. I think this was my first shot, at which point I adjusted, 4 rounds there. Started going too fast, dropped 1 out there, immediate fail, conducted my reload, and put my 3 there. And I think I still missed the par time, which I want to say is like 9 seconds. And it came in around 12, but you get 1 cold start.
And it definitely, to me, watching it reiterated the value of understanding your speed limit at each range with each platform. You pushed your speed limit and you found it.
Oh yeah, so the wheels fell off.
Well, Ivan, I respected the concept of these cold starts before doing one, and I admit when we film ours, we generally warm up, put 10-15 rounds through a gun each before doing our shooting reviews, just to make sure the gun's running and get a feel for it, because we don't want to embarrass the gun maker at the end of it. But also, if we're shooting poorly, it looks poorly on the gun, looks poorly on the ammo, so we try to warm up a little bit, taking self out of it. But that misses a very important message that I think your cold starts show folks, and that is how cold it feels.
No, and I've gotten in the habit of anytime I get a new gun in for review, aside from like a bolt gun or something like that, like no, I'll come out and I will pull it out of the box and I'll run a cold start with it. And like, yes, there's a bunch of different factors going on. I've had things malfunction on them. I've had holsters like run into issues, like, because it's stuff that's new to me. But also, like, it's what I got at the end of the day. And as good as one thinks they are in their mind, until you create a metric, you really don't know how good you are.
Yeah, for sure. And I think also as a reviewer, it forces you to learn and take note of things that work and don't work for you, your preferences, hand size, training background, all those variables. Just like as any consumer picks up a gun and shoots it for the first time, they're going to have immediate thoughts that may or may not be accurate, but immediate thoughts. And this kind of forces you through it.
Yeah, because I mean, you're introducing manipulations and you're introducing everything with that firearm, pistol, rifle, whatever it is, like immediately.
Yeah.
Like going through your manipulation, going through trying to figure out your offset on the fly, like up close. Is this thing even close to 0? Like whatever it may be. And you make it work and you get what you get. Both the time elements don't leave a lot of time to kind of like mess around. It's like the Rune Nation one, I feel like the time element is a little more lax, but the accuracy standard is a little bit higher. But no, like you need to come out and do it fast and accurate, and being able to shoot fast and accurate is always a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. One of those two features is great, usually not accompanied by the other unless you put some time behind it.
Yes.
And unfortunately, both of those features or those characteristics are what people need.
Absolutely.
So I hope this helps y'all understand and appreciate the cold starts. And if you want to see more cold starts, brutally honest, real cold starts, head on over and check out Kit Badger. Thanks for watching.